Hey there, folks. Rinium T here, and welcome back to Still Joking. Thank you, Bob Pierre, for the code. We just found a spot in the void. They're getting ready to build a bridge, but we're having a little talk. So let's have a little talk. Tomorrow morning, practitioners will be building the bridge to the new territory. Since we'll be watching them, bedtime is early today. We've got free time until the evening, so use it wisely. Offer your help to either scientists or practitioners and try to make an impression. Working for them can have a direct impact on your future and is generally a valuable experience. All clear, everyone? You've got free time, so you should spend it. I mean, there's logic to that, but Dora is such a charm. Yes, thank you. I'm off. Maximilian, it applies to you too. Have a think about your plans. Uh-huh, will do. I'm off too. I'll go talk to my suspicious killer. For starters. Honey, let's go see Takeo. He'll have a look at you. I wonder what Roy's business with the scientist might be. I'm assuming that's actually Roy. On the other hand, there's a very slim chance that he has a twin who also likes hanging around expeditions. Anyhow, looks like it's time to figure everything out. Roy! I'm seeing double. Over there and there. There's double! There is a twin. Help. There's a twin. Hi, Iris. How are you doing? Splendid. There's this guy, you know. First he kills me, then he takes an active part in my life after death, and now he's actually expressing delicate interest in my well-being. Would you rather I just run away then? Did you want to? A little. And you could, as far as I understand, managing the frequency of our run-ins in some other way, for example. To be honest, I've been thinking a lot about what to say when I see you again, and can we maybe talk somewhere else? Or my body double's not right over there? Sorry. Where is this somewhere else? I have a cozied up the tech truck a notch. We can go there if you don't mind. Sounds like you're trying to get rid of me all the while pretending that you are not. Not entirely sure I should be saying this, but do you think I'm after my second time lucky? You think ill of me. I do. I warn you, some people can produce nasty high-pitched sounds. Try to play me, you can say goodbye to your eardrums. Done enough stupid things already, Iris. I'd like to get my ears for now. Okay. I'm watching you, though. Did you notice? He returned the choke. Tried to. Exactly. I have to tell you, you're on this expedition because I killed you. I mean, because I killed you and tried to do something nice to somehow make up for it. Am I sending Dora my way? Not exactly. See, she specializes in those who used to spend a lot of time in front of the mirror and hence hardly know much about our world. And she's a pro at that. Hope you'll feel better here. And Iris, you can always count on my help. Can I now, even if I need to dispose of a body? Where are you gonna find a body? Here. Well, then maybe a reflected one. Or... Doesn't matter. Yes, you can count on me. And you're murderously serious. Lately. Yes. Can I ask you something? You have already, even though you seem to know what you wanted to talk about. My thoughts are jumbled. To be honest, I'd like to ask you a couple things too. More like a few even. It may not help set the world in order at once, but then who knows? Shall we maybe come up with some scheme, say alternating between your questions and mine? Honesty guarantees? I don't want to lie to you, but there are things I cannot comment on, so I'll be either speaking the truth or saying nothing. I guess I could do the same. But will you? Shush. Honest, mutual, honest silence. To avoid mutual honest silence, let's up the stakes. What do you mean? One who keeps quiet more than the other will owe it to them. Are we gonna establish beforehand what will be owed? No, it won't be fun that way. Okay, then just a couple of conditions. It shouldn't affect the other's work, and the task must be doable. Are you gearing up to lose? Some insurance won't hurt. Hold on. Why did you offer him to play a game? Stupid awkward tension in the air. I didn't think it's too serious. We're on the same expedition. Someone here killed the other one. Ugh. I want a bit of distraction, and I think Roy could use some too, to be honest. Surely you can win or lose on purpose. Totally. If I win, I'll make him knit me a pair of socks. Didn't he ask for the task to be doable? Damn. So then, do we have a deal? Yes, you go first. You see, I know I've ended up here because of you. Dora informs Tien about her group members in writing. How come? Keeping my ears pricked, I was planning on ambushing Dora and tormenting her into confessing before your own confession. Dora spent 10 years cruising the catwalk. You cannot torment her into anything. I can always get onto the other's good side, safe by being excited about every meal, running errands with the speed of light, or saying, "Of course, Mom." You've got it covered, I see. I used to, before you told me everything. Now I'm planning to save my efforts. Why did Dora agree to take me with her? Well, she owed me one. Can you tell me more? Sorry, but I don't think she'd like it if I told you. Okay, non-answer accepted. Why didn't you ask me if I wanted her as a curator? I didn't have the heart. Ask me? Well, asking Dora was fine. Didn't want to hear you reject the idea. Then I thought you were more likely to accept help from her, and well, you not like it here. Doesn't matter whether I like it here or not. What matters is that your prototype decided for Serena whether she was to live or die, and then you decide for me how I was living my first 2 months of the afterlife. The resemblance is uncanny. Didn't you refuse to go? I refused to go with Dora when, at the time, I almost made up my mind to smother the staff girl and was slowly accepting to spend the rest of my days banished in a well? Well, I mean, I guess I could refuse. Is it my turn to ask? Technically speaking, it's your third question in a row. Do bring it on. Or, not just yet, actually. You never make decisions for me again. The world will become a better place. I will become a calmer person. The odds of an accident starring you will become lower. Do bring it on. Hold on. Are you sure you don't want to try and kill me? Are you scared it'll hurt? But it might make you feel better. This very rhetoric makes me think that you're concerned with world peace more than the risk of your own suffering. How about you contemplate world peace instead? World peace or your peace of mind? Sure. Whoa, flirting, are you? Just a remark. I can't count as a non-answer then. Go ahead. Fine, whatever. I've asked you before, but still. How are you really? Why do I look pale? You look good, but worried too. Or maybe you're just unsettled by my presence, or I might well be making up problems that don't actually exist. Let's confide. Do you believe that life is about suffering? No. That's a pity. It's impossible to process the distribution center, the community, the expedition, and the void all in one single week. It's terrifying to understand, to know I can be left without a prototype, that I am, in fact, already left without her. And the visions, too. You mean nightmares? Not exclusively. I also have something like false memories. Sometimes see things that have never happened to me in reality. I turn out to know things that I couldn't have known. Just go all in. Tell them. Also, these noises are getting a little irritating. A little repetitive. One point of view has it that I just spend too much time in front of the mirror. Now people who miss the opportunity to reflect. Could it be that you're subconsciously trying to replace this habit with another? Get back what you used to feel? I have no idea. And do those nightmares give any insight? Let's confess. In fact, my nightmares are your fault. I dreamt of pulling you out from under the water. And did you do a bad job? Or good job too good? On the contrary? I say that is acceptable. Did the outcome upset you? Well, I wasn't the one to have drowned you in the first place. They didn't drown me, but were saving me. Uh-huh. Mind-bending. Roy, it's the atmosphere. It was dreadful. Not the actual events, but the very mood. It might feel better if you just let me die somehow, in your dream or for real. It's hardly about my suppressed desire for vengeance. In my dream, when you come around, you look into my eyes for a long time. And then I wake up. Whoa. Iris, do you believe that life is about suffering? I only believe in Santa, and only around Christmas time, usually after a couple of glasses of punch. I think this is a very important answer. For Santa, for life. Santa, however, probably enjoys it when grown-ups believe in him too. Even if those grown-ups are tipsy? That, yes, but not too drunk. That state when you're likely to assume good things. Right, I think it's my turn now. What do you know about the mere death curse? Dora mentioned that some believed in the mere death curse. I'm supposed to have nightmares, and I do indeed. Supposed to be haunted by spooky things, and here you are. Any advice for me? No way! Have I blown your cover? You've actually given me an idea. There are so many superstitions and curses surrounding the death of our prototypes. Noises. And if your death is somewhat different from standard, could my link to my prototype be too? But this is all connected. Let me say in the most tactful way possible, you're sounding very obscure, Roy. And now, cue in tactless Iris. What? I need to find out more. What if the so-called curse affects the killer somehow too? In some ways, at least. Regarding your question, I am personally no pro, but Takeo will certainly be able to tell you more. Another reasonable idea is to ask Tien. She also might know a thing or two. Fine. Even though your answer wasn't too insightful, I'll allow it. Moving on? Sure, let's go ahead. Do you already know if he'll be joining the scientists or the practitioners? Too early to pick a side. Of course, over the past week, I also managed to plan my entire life for the next 3 years. So what are your plans for the 3rd of January next year? Running fast, eating yummy food, and dodging questions. Somehow I can just see how you'll achieve the latter brilliantly. Ouch. Just really don't know. Yet happy? Ta-da! In fact, I've just given you an answer! Sometimes you get me really confused. But thanks. What do you need the scientist for? Want to interrupt or at least weaken the link to my prototype? I know almost nothing about the link, but I've always assumed we cannot do anything about it. Iris, you're very crafty with words. Your "can we do anything about the link" didn't even sound like a question. Oops. And to answer your non-question in short, we don't know. The established notion is that nothing can be done, but then it's not like there has been any major research. Tien agreed to contact someone relevant for me, and I'll get to be their test subject. Should be in a week or 2. Engaging. Do you believe the experiment will work out? I don't want to ever hold a knife again. That's too serious, Roy. It is what it is. I have to turn this down. The sounds are bugging me. Someone's very determined. He's taken someone else's blame upon himself and now carries it around like a flag. Up to him, sure, but in my opinion, he's being a little over the top. Murder committed with funds on hand changes many things. Are you sure you'd react differently? Uh-huh. I'm also sure I'm still talking to him. Like this very moment. Answer accepted. Your turn. How are you getting on with Dora at the end of the day? Are you hoping that the decision you made for me was the right one? If not, you'll just make another one? Answer me, please. If you want, I can arrange for you to get another curator. I like it with her. What made you think? A helicopter-style curator, a genus junkie, still a compassionate third. What is your dream team? Is it that bad? No, I'm actually being serious. I like it overall, however strange it may seem. Glad. Answer accepted, even though at first I thought you were implying you were overwhelmed with adversity. You sense the implication right, though. You decide for me, and you'll be facing adverse consequences. Got you. All fair and square. Have you seen your prototype since then? Since that night? Say, being interrogated in a room with a massive mirror on the wall? Not the interrogation room, no. Saw him once in the usual barbershop, and then once more someplace else. What was the place? What was he doing there? Sorry, cannot say. Are you really keeping secrets for a prototype you've never even properly seen? What a load of baloney. I just need to figure something out first. The murder has nothing to do with it. Not for now, at least. Whoa, some serious baloney indeed, all this. Guess that's one way of calling it. Non-answer, then? You did answer the first question, after all. The answer was baloney, but I'll play by my own rules. Sorry, but it really is better this way. Claims like this are usually followed by some serious error of ways, eventually causing the world to end. Just so you know. Have you tried to find out anything about your prototype? Why? Do you think the case is solved already? It gets reflected regular stuff more or less, so I suppose the case is still open. Just that if he gets jailed, I'd like that, but I probably won't be able to work properly. Who knows what the deal with mirrors and jails? Mirrors in the jail. What the deal with the mirrors is in jail? Hate to let Joe down. What if he doesn't go to jail? I hope he does. Comment. I'd like to talk to Suze, but haven't really had a chance yet. I think you've got better prospects of really learning anything new. Answer accepted, but I'm afraid you're wrong. I can find out the latest news when I have time, but otherwise, I don't know. What do? Make a heartfelt confession to the cops' reflections? Hardly any point in that. And do you know any of the cops' reflections? I know Fab. Fab. Fabricio, a practitioner, former cop, from London too, by the way. Maybe I should make a mental note of this name. So, we said bye the first time. Did you just go towards the same buses? No, I joined the expedition's first stop. At the expedition's first stop. Since I'm on contract, I only get down to work from the moment all the checks are complete and the buses head out along the new road. So it means you've been here for a week already. Yes. Are we gonna see each other all the time now? Paris, you don't have to talk to me or hang out with me at all. I mean, if you'd prefer not to, that is. And you, do you want to hang out? Do you want to talk to me or hang out with me at all? That's unrelated to the original question. Is it now? My honest answer in return for yours? Done deal. You've got yourself a deal. Yes, I'd like to talk to you. Whoa, and why is that? Because I want to. Intriguing. Alright, my turn now. What would be reasonable to say? I don't know, since I'm only talking to you for this, like, the second time in the history of the world ever. Probably like to hang. I don't really mind. Might even want to a little. And why is that? To make you wonder. The very mysterious rationale. Yours isn't too bad. I heard someone from your group fainted. Did he really create several doors at once? Not once, but one after another. 5 doors exactly. We've got a chosen one in my group. I'll accept this answer, but it's odd that he's still with you. What do you mean? Knowing Joe, I'm surprised that the guy hasn't been conscribed to join the practitioners yet. Well, he's covered in cracks all over. I'm not sure he's conscription material at the moment. I see now. And I win! Alright, what's the dare gonna be then? Make me laugh. What do you mean? Literally that. Tell me a funny story. Mime something. Sing a merry song. I cannot even start to imagine how to do that. Me neither, hence my asking you. Will you try? Sorry, slightly distracted. Fine. This one time we found a cabaret on a new territory. I mean, there was a costume room, wigs and feathers, fashion jewelry, and tons of weird clothes. Rhinestones to the shoes, the whole lot. You sure can relate. It was impossible to hold back and not try it all on. Getting interesting, but not much to laugh at yet. Johnny finds these black lacquered shoes in my size, and he begs and blackmails me, calls bets and pleads. Even ends up setting his own example. Exactly when Chloe finds us. I thought she'd tell us off, but she was quick to get in the mood and join the whole thing eagerly. But this is when you caved in? Both literally and figuratively speaking, in fact. I'd never worn heels, let alone 7-inch somethings. Imagine this. I'm holding onto a wall because my legs are caving in. Johnny cannot even laugh anymore, so he's just sitting on the floor squealing, and Chloe is cheering him on with, "Come on, you can do it." That's when Dora walks in, wearing a ginger wig with ringlets. She puts her hands on her hips and says in a very formal tone, "So then, what is going on here?" Out of guard, I let go of the wall and flip on my back. Heels up. I'm sure it was very amusing. Thank you, Roy. Works for me. Whew. I guess that's it. Hey, we met him for the second time. It's time to actually do something. I could ask someone, maybe Roy even, for help with the tour to go see Seuss. Then I'll have some energy left to spare for the practitioners or scientists. So do I even want to? How did she put it? To try to make an impression and have a direct impact on my future, no less. You seem to be taking your curious recommendations rather lightly. Quite the opposite. I should remember what she said. That's an achievement in its own right. Laura tried her best to make sure you didn't forget. Repeated her words a few times, sealed them with a snack, put her hands on her hips in a threatening manner. You noticed that too. Oh yeah, by the way, you can refrain from asking anyone for help and just do one thing properly, all on your own. Uh-huh. Or find some magic fairies to do everything for me. Oh, that's unlikely. The idea is great, though. Alright then, we seem to have covered all possible options. If I want to visit Suze, I'd better go now. She'll probably be busy reflecting later in the evening. I've got Roy and Dora who can help me with the door. Maybe Dora not so much. She doesn't seem too inspired by my progress. Not sure it'd be easy for me to talk to my still very much alive friend, living a regular life while I'm. Should probably take someone with me just in case. Guess Roy wouldn't mind. Question number 1: do I want to ask Roy for help? Let's do it. Even though I did in a demo playthrough, let's just do it here. Actually, regarding me counting on your help, as glorious a coincidence as it may seem, it is time for me to take you up on your offer. Is it? Let me up with Suze and ask her how the investigation is going. Open the door for me, please. I'll pin the location. Of course. Want me to accompany you? Want an update on the latest news? Yes, and to protect you, just in case. Just in case of what? Of Suze? I'll manage on my own, but you can come too. I'll deal with her easily on my own. But the news concerns you too, so we can go together. Thank you, Eris. Oh my gosh, Iris, I have missed you so much. And why bring this one here? Good day. But that's just wrong. You can't hang out with your own murderer. What is everyone to think? Me? What am I going to think? Suze, let's go to O'Donnell's and have some Irish coffee and a nice chat. Let's go just the two of us. O'Donnell's is our pub. What's he got to do with it? Anyways, we're gonna gossip when he's around. Suze, I really need him here. I'm sure he'll survive the gossip somehow. By keeping quiet, for example. Fine, but if it wasn't for you. You've got me wrapped around your finger, girl. Alright, let's have this one tag along. Let's go, Iris. So tell me, how are you? Looking great, by the way. You simply won't believe what's been going on with me. Let's get the usual. Pub still owes you for that recording, right, Iris? Will probably be another 5 years or so. Well, or more like another 3 or 4 orders. Iris, can I buy you two a drink? Don't. The pub really does owe me. Guess what? I am now the official stylist for the upcoming spring-summer collection by Alexander Lee. I've already met everyone there. Paulina is so very nice, and she lets me call her pal. I am now the official stylist. Always been this way, but this time it's like a nail on a chalkboard. She just doesn't separate herself from her prototype. I don't want to even think about what will happen when the community opens that door for her. Faces will definitely be scratched. The lecture, the hallway stuff, everyone. They will easily have their share, and that blonde staff girl too. Suze. Yes, a pal and Suze. This is a mental, right? I bet everyone will be calling us that in no time. As in, not in a couple kind of way, you know. Carla is jealous already, but there's nothing for her to worry about. It's strictly professional. Both Carla is jealous, or is it just Suze's Carla? Again, who cares? Self-realization is crucial for every woman. You get me, don't you? Now, I don't get you at all. You don't give a damn about Iris. You asked her a question and went straight to flaunt your prototype's career achievements. Just bravo, or really. Up into the promise to talk about the investigation. Here comes Royce, keeping quiet. I think he's trying to protect you. By crushing Suze's spirit? That's a first. Roy, won't do us any good if Suze dies of a heart attack right now. How we always are with her. I'm sure she isn't neglecting my request, but simply wants to share her latest news too. And it's up to you. Exactly! I just want to share the news! I told you it was a stupid idea to bring this one here with us. And no, I'm not neglecting anything. I have a lot to tell. In fact, was able to tell me everything right now. Yes! So then... Turns out Serena had a husband. A husband I have known, and you too. I mean, who even did her wedding makeup? Sure wasn't me, but the husband's mentioned in the newspaper. Looks like a fake. Are you listening to me or what? I haven't made it all up, you know. If only there were photos. Look here, the body was handed over to the grieving widower. No general public was admitted to the family-only cremation ceremony. Just see how things are sometimes, Iris. She was so beautiful lying in her casket. I cried my eyes out. It's unlikely that there were mirrors at the cremation ceremony. The article is text only, but Sue says she saw her. It's like a few hot magazines managed to get a hold of photos of Serena being so beautiful and lying in her casket. Hating all this. Ugh. And this husband, too? Well, he does exist for real. Everyone knows about it except for me. Glorious. Iris, what's with you? And the police have detained this guy, some sect leader or whatever. I haven't seen him personally, of course, and I'm not sure any details, but it's definitely something serious. Sect leader? Something serious? Maybe more specific. You see, I don't rub shoulders with just anyone. Getting on my nerves. Zeus? What now? The police simply issued a statement on detaining somebody. Newspapers are also writing about some sect, and they've also learned about that ugly knife somehow. So horrifying! At least they gave the article a very poetic title. Scarlet on Scarlet, that's the one. Cynical and cheap. They are no more than vultures. Why? It sounds like a name for a novel. I'd read it. Forgive it. Do you know if they drew their conclusions about the sect based solely on that knife, or something else? You remember the media, right? They get something into their heads and then walk around blabbering away. It was probably just courses of some kind or something. Me and Carla, we've been discussing it all week. What if it's a maniac? Isn't a real serial killer? What if he starts killing everyone related to you in any way? And I'm the closest one. Well, maybe second to Diaz only. You two managed to meet up, actually. He said he wanted to. Whatever, we'll chat later. With no one eavesdropping, so to speak. Did the police talk to you? Yes, can you imagine? Me too. I didn't even think things like that happened. First they questioned Susie, and she didn't do anything, right? It was so scary, all of them wearing uniforms, their faces so serious and all. She was so nervous. I was so nervous too. Awful. Awfully awful. Sorry to hear that, Suze. And what happened next? And then she left, and that awful officer grabbed me and started asking more questions. As a reflection, you'd think he'd offer sympathy or support, but oh no! He just wouldn't let me go, as if. Why would the cops' reflections question you? Surely they cannot influence the investigation on that side of the mirror in any way. Well, wouldn't I like to know that? If you ask me, they're just mean boys with their toys all pretending to be cool. Well, in fact, policemen's reflections often work at the station while their prototypes are alive. And then they move on to join the reflections police, or the practitioners. They're excellently qualified and highly motivated, and they do not require any additional training. The community encourages this practice of parallel investigations on our side. Thank you, Roy. If only the community encouraged something truly important as opposed to... Zeus, hold on. Do you remember which police station you were questioned at? Yes, the one on Bedford Street. Well, it looks up to date on the outside. You can't even imagine what mess it is inside. Picture this. They don't even have fat-free cream to go with coffee. Yeah, alright. And I feel like there's a missing line. Yeah, right. And you're Mr. Know-It-All, eh? Isn't he... Oh, yes. Isn't he earnestly keeping quiet? Iris, you can't even imagine how cold it is in there, noticing coffee, and given you have to sit around for hours. And even let me take a few minutes off to powder my nose. My contouring was slightly off from the very morning that day. Why does it have to be so hard with all these murders, investigations, yoga courses, and the stupid harmony that doesn't work at all? I mean, how am I supposed to calm down here? Anyway, enough of me. Tell me about yourself. Where did you pick this one up again? Do you like him? And don't tell me that you two are serious. After all, he is. Are you alright? I've choked on the coffee. On my coffee or what? Looks like someone's remarkable immunity to Suze has been a little compromised. That was incredibly brazen of her. Usual, something else is off though. She just changed the subject abruptly and decided to ask how I was doing. Now, this is highly unusual. My inner detective tells me that something fishy is going on. That's right, actually. How and what does one ask Suze to learn everything? I think I've got an idea. Are you gonna write things down to look for inconsistencies later? No, I'm gonna draw herons. Why herons? First, you get your little book out, and now you're whispering to each other. I thought you came to see your friends here. Honestly, this one's an odd influence on you. I won't be surprised if... Don't worry, Suze. Roy just asked me to show him the notebook. You do know that I like keeping my hands busy when I'm nervous, right? And well, can't play around with a cup of coffee, can I? I think I sound like her enough. Not exactly, though. Well, alright. I do those sometimes. It's good fun. Excellent. Susan switched over. Action time. Few subjects I'd like to cover in more detail, and if she's withholding anything at all, I should try and guess what that might be. First question is most important. She tires easily, and by the end of it all, her mind will wander. There are 3 different ways to approach Suze: pressure, friendly banter, and sarcasm. All I need to do now is pick the best approach for each subject. Oh gosh, I don't remember how I did this before. Husband. Highly unlikely Suze won't have tried to find out more about him. There must be his name somewhere, or his occupation, or some information at least. Friendly. It's just like a regular girly chat. Admit. I'm very curious, where did this husband come from? Iris, honestly, you're so funny. Where do husbands come from? And you meet, you click, sparks fly. I doubt he fell in her lap from the sky and started showering her with money at once. It's a shame that I know nothing about him. Or from those money showers. Could have been a figure of speech, though. Of course, I hear you. I do. It really is a shame. I haven't even discussed him like once. He's never visited us or brought anything, and he goes and appears out of thin air. And he has such an odd name. It's like a BAM, and here it is. It's only like a pseudonym when he's no broke artist. I've heard it somewhere before, but honestly, I'm not sure. Not broke, but rich? Or was it another figure of speech? He hasn't actually made up the entire story of his mysterious name. How come? Everything mysterious has to have meaning. One would hope so, at least. Maybe he's one of those grim romantic types that keeps living in the past. Wearing vests, never taking photos to make sure his soul cannot be stolen. Not telling anyone he's married because, I don't know, family curse maybe. Writes massive checks payable to the bearer and... Okay, it's the 3rd time now. Serena clearly had a wealthy husband, which doesn't come as a surprise, really. I need to find out more. Hold on, Suze. What was the name again? I can't remember. I'm telling you, it's almost fairy tale-esque. Alien to the air. Rumpelstiltskin? That isn't a real name. You're making things up to make me remember. Might be. Let me just... Just with an F. It's tricky, you know. Feral? Fenrar? I really can't remember. It's not you. It's odd. The other, like, Dostovsky. The one that killed an old lady. Nah, it's something else, but it sounds just as menacing. Kind of confused the writer and protagonist a bit. Ouch! Iris, you're so picky! You know what? Since your husband clearly has no respect for us and his reflection is even attempting to come say hello, you should show him no respect either. Won't even talk about him. His shameful conscience! Eat him! He might not even know that we exist. How would he know he should be ashamed of anything? The more so! If any fellows do reserves at all, I'll show you. I promise. Alright. Thanks, Suze. Her husband's staring the table down throughout the entire husband conversation. He seems uninterested, or a bit uncomfortable. Or both. Try being straightforward. For example, Suze, you mentioned that the sect can easily could easily be just some courses? What did he mean? Ask her the strict determination can make her more scared than you think of a second. As a result, make her tell things. Gonna work or not, no guarantees. She can smoothly share it, almost comes to sharing what she actually knows. We'll go with pushy. What do you know about the courses that are in fact a sect? Alright, Honey Bunch, would you please go and get us 2 vanilla croissants and also ask them to top them with fresh strawberries? Finely chopped, the texture's still there. Will you manage? Honey Bunch. Will you go, please? Iris, all I did was make up at the Center for Harmony and Personal Growth. And when you were killed, I he came out that they branded women and sold them, and then that the head of the center was, in fact, the main suspect with the police. I didn't know any of that. As soon as I read the news, I went to check the center myself. There was just an empty space there. Nothing. It was so nice before, and I was hoping that maybe there was a mix-up or anything about this head of center. Nothing. I've never even met him, not once. The girl spoke well of him, though. Ah, here it is. They call him Thomas. Oh, his passport name is different, though. Looks reasonable, but you'll never. Why would he kill Serena? He's part of the sect. Duh. Suzanne may have mentioned who she worked with, or maybe he found out on his own somehow and took an interest. And found the motive. I get it. You know, next time you should tell me things like this right from the start. I was scared you get mad and see. You are mad. And what can I do? I've done nothing wrong, and I really didn't. Calm down, Suze. I'm not mad. Sure. Oh, it hurts. That's some weight off my chest. Honestly, are you really sure you're not mad? Certain. Oh, but I need to stop this. I've done nothing wrong, madness, before she ends up hysterical after all. Oh, thanks heaps, Cupcake. Iris, are you having yours? You can have it. Thank you. I'm just so stressed. And strawberries always lift me up, especially the nice and ripe ones. I always serve nice and ripe here. Offering your customers sour strawberries is the worst thing. Honestly. Tell me that it was worth it. Yes, the croissants are delicious. Thank you. But you said I could have yours. Eat on, Suze. No worries. I'm the Iris that play acts. I guess police station. This is clearly terrible. Want to hardly recall any details. Would be worth a shot trying to trigger a few direct associates with the police station. Friendly. The parallels in Kennedy. Interrogation was as long as this conversation is, but well, she found a heart there. She's got a good friend here. Worth a try. Too exhausted to play games. Not do that. Is borderline hysteric. Alright. Find out more about what she knows. Okay, so it's literally just locking out Pushy. So we'll just go friendly. It's a shame I wasn't by your side there at the station. I know, right? That bozo who did the questioning is simply awful. The most awful. Not that different from his prototype. Can you imagine when I broke out in tears? He just up and left. It's a good thing that Michelle brought some tissues. Otherwise, I just... Hold on. Who's Michelle? Well, an officer. That's her name. She said they had a lot of evidence. I said I shouldn't worry because they figured it all out. It was so nice. It's a shame she's on some other case and is just sort of interested in yours. With her as the first one to talk to me there, the station probably wouldn't be so bad, you know? It's good that she came after all. Also seems like I should have a chat with her. And if she was on the case, then... She wouldn't be asking me all these awful questions. And would certainly not shove those photos in my face. Oh, Roy. Bullseye. What photos? Of him! His photos! And not good ones, by the way. Admittedly, others don't look too good in theirs either, but them, I don't know. Dang, you didn't like the photos? How can he be so slow? He wanted me to rat out my friend here to tell him about you two. Oh, us two? You know, Iris isn't the kind of girl who goes blabbering about her private life left, right, and center. Iris, tell him. Yeah, strictly left. If we assume that Roy is my private life, then it means that... Suze, did you not tell a detective you saw the killer? Of course I didn't. Thanks, I guess. And now you're talking. Gosh, Iris, what the... Is something updated in there? Gosh, Iris, you've talked both my ears off. I'm gonna be late for my eyelash lamination masterclass. But don't you think I'm sending you off? I'm just really busy today. Do come over again. Look at her go. It's lucky we even had a chance to talk about the case at all. I'll hope to see you soon. But don't bring this one with you again. On your hand? Oh, whatever. If you like him that much, who am I to be giving advice here? All in all, he's alright, I guess. Not exemplar, but alright enough. All that matters is what you want. Okay, see you, Suze. Oh, come on, you. No hard feelings, okay? I'll come back for coffee next week, or the week after. Or anytime, really. I'm always up for a chat with you. Thank you, Roy. You've helped me. I'm glad I could. Even though her comments seem somewhat tactless. Somewhat. You're too much of a stranger to public life, aren't you? I understand it's not too nice listening to other people building theories about all this. Roy, there's something I need to tell you. I'm pregnant. We've never had sex, and Reflection's gonna have children. So why my words scare you so much then? Maybe I'm just not used to talking about things like that, or I'm not expecting someone to think that. Thoughts are not that material. I mean, I'm probably not pregnant after all, or actually, if I think about it very hard. Nope, still not pregnant. I get your point, I think. Alright, we're even in some sense. Everything's so weird. Serena has already had her funeral, and I still do not know why your prototype would murder her. Now, I guess no one knows why but him. But he'll figure it out with time, and I hope I'll be able to help. And also, Serena had a husband. Still can't get my head around the fact that this insignificant tiny piece of her life just went right past me. One wealthy tiny piece whose name starts with an F. Prototype probably has a husband too. Well, I'm completely in the dark about it. Sure, but what if he actually has a wife, or 7 brothers, or kids? Does he want to know? Or won't change anything? You care about Serena not because she did or did not have a husband. True. Yeah, still, it's just so odd. You want to discuss what Suzanne told you? You ever heard the name Thomas? No, I don't think so. There's a chance it's your prototype's name. Tell Roy about Susan the sect. By the same storyline, he's the leader of some sect that appears to be behind Serena's murder. Serena probably met him via Suze's prototype. Oh my. Looks like you found out everything that your friend could have told you. That's a yay and nay at the same time. Oh hey, we made the most of our conversation with Sue's investigation. Iris? How are you now? Not great, to be honest, or great, actually, to be dishonest. Listen, do you want to play our game again? You think it's time for me to win one to lighten up a little? You happy to surrender at once? I guess it won't be fun that way. Absolutely. And why would you surrender so easily, by the way? Is that a question? Uh-huh. Not answering that. Sirius is going. Alright. Non-answer accepted. My turn now. Do you consider Suzanne your friend? Depends on what you mean by friendship. You care about what's going on with her? And do you want to believe her? That is a nasty question, Roy. Sorry. Give an answer. I'm not sure. Never had to think about it before. Reflections of Serena's friends were my friends by default, but this default has simply vanished in thin air. You're very careful with your words. I don't want to say probably not. Iris, I'm sorry. Me too. By the way, why did you ask? You're not like Suze at all. I got a feeling she didn't care about you at all. Which means, yes, I don't. Says she wanted to protect you from the police, but she chose a very strange method. She's probably just doing just that, though. Did I answer your question? Mm-hmm. Right then, what can you tell me about Serena? What do you mean, tell you? I know how important she is to you, but why? You two weren't too similar, if I understood correctly. Remember how, back in the dressing room, you said she'd never make a joke like that? I said dark humor wasn't really her thing. Yes, it is your thing, though, and she is you, in a way. And can you explain it to me, please? Okay. Damn it, Roy. The way you say it, it's like I can just go and explain it with words, break down my thoughts, box them, and label them. If I loved her, and that's the third box to the right, blue label. And if I merely liked her, it'll be the fourth box from the top, a red label. Now, if I actually confused the two of us and thought that I was her, that's a special spot, a secret box inside the glass case. What if you actually try to? Serene was my life. You can count this as an answer or not, but I won't be able to come up with a better reply anyway. Sorry. Huh, and now you're sorry you asked. Again, I'm sorry. Your turn now. Those sections of questions is incredibly tasty. And you also came out as eager to surrender and then kindly refused to explain yourself. Are you feeling touchingly sorry for me after our little venture, eh, Roy? Are you joking? And are you ridiculing me? No, Iris, I can't even imagine a situation where I feel sorry for you. Why ask me at all, then? Risking to sound unoriginal, maybe, but I wanted your answers. And to understand. And regarding surrender, I'd surrender to make you happy. No way! Surrender away, then. I do. Just like that? I don't know any other way to surrender. I wonder if I do. You all need to. You don't surrender. You too shouldn't surrender then. Okay, I won't. Oh, you got your hands on elusive girl Dora's. Looking cute together, you two. Discussing anything important? Me. Yep, you. Iris, here's that Johnny we were talking about, my bro. Iris, whatever Roy has told you about me, it's all lies. Shoot, what am I now? I expected to forget all those wonderful incriminating details? Be happy to come up with new ones for you. Will they have anything to do with why you're here? Unfortunately, no. So what were you discussing about me then? For real. Strictly speaking, we didn't. We weren't as much discussing you as placing bets on when you turn up and I win. Entire dare, mind you. Wow, is it dirty? Looking for details. I vote against it. Sorry, Johnny. Roy's just voted against. I see you found some common ground while waiting here for me. Actually, Roy, I was looking for you. Nothing personal, Iris. I hope next time you'll pick me to make bets with, and I also don't mind losing neither a truth nor a dare to you. Whoa. Oh, so why were you looking for me? It's time to test a new batch. It's been time for like half an hour or so. Let's go then. Otherwise, Chloe will get tired of waiting for us, and then she'll cut training and end us. A very likely scenario. Goodbye, Iris. Should I perish from the hand of another woman, I will still be thinking of your eyes. And should you not, you'll be doing that anyway. See you around, Iris. Oh wait, what's next for me? Any chance I'm heading their way? Well, I say we figure out where we're gonna go next time. So thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, consider liking, commenting, and or subscribing. If you really enjoyed it, consider supporting the channel. All support greatly helps for keeping content like this and more. Found links for that in the description below, along with links to me on social media. So thank you again for watching. Thank you again, EvolvePR, for the code. And until next time, this is RiniMC signing out. Bye!